Hey fam, it's me Aaron with Comic Show's New Comics Now. It's the fourth and final week of Villains Month. I'm going to cover all those books, and there's a lot of good Image books and some Marvel books, so I'm going to dig in. This will be the final super long video because of all these crazy books that DC really didn't market specifically or correctly to attract and convert the right consumers. Here goes. Sex Criminals by Fraction. Loved it. I loved Sex Criminals. This book was just from the trade dress to just everything. All of the execution, the concept. This is just a brilliant book. It's mature reader. On the back it says, for mature readers, duh. Don't sell this to a kid. What are you, nuts? Seriously. And it's about a young girl, Susie, and her, it opens up. I mean, these are not spoilers. It opens up. She has some kind of power to stop time when she orgasms, and her father was killed and in some kind of stock market crash. This is again like the first 2 pages, and she discovers that she can stop time and with sexual, and then it goes through all kinds of cool jumping around in time, current and past. The current her narrating, and the past her finding out about all these different crazy sexual positions. It's like they're on UrbanDictionary.com, just the illustrated version. And I super liked it. I mean, I thought it was hilarious. I laughed out loud throughout. And if you are not easily offended by this kind of stuff that I'm throwing out there, you will enjoy Sex Criminals. And don't worry, it's funny. She reminds you throughout that it gets funny. It's not all just sad coming of age weirdness. It is weirdness, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I like the idea of sex stopping time and then doing crime. So it's a cool concept. I'm down with it. I'm down with Fraction. It's definitely his voice, the voice that you get in Hawkeye, and kind of like the trade dress type of stuff you get in Hawkeye. That this is Fraction distilled. This is who he is. If you like him, you'll love this book. So there's that. Rat Queens. This is a weird one. It's by the Curtis J. Weeb from Peter Panzerfaust, which I love. It's an ongoing book, long form. It's all girls, and it's kind of fantasy novel, Dungeons and Dragons type stuff, and it's definitely for mature readers. It drops the F-bomb throughout. It's not one of those books that tries to be, like we could be all ages and also be violent, and because, we didn't say the F word. No, they say the F word. And but it's charming. It has that whimsy and that kind of magical whimsy that is Weeb's signature voice that you get from Peter Panzerfaust, and I liked it. These Geek Girls rock. I thought it was great, and I ordered a ton of it. So, hopefully it resonates with people. I really enjoyed it. East of West issue 6 is out. This is the first issue after the trade. The trade has 1 through 5, and it's $10. So if you got that trade for $10 from me, no one returned it. We did money back guarantee, and we blew through a ton. Get issue 6. Don't wait for the next trade. Why wait? You didn't wait till marriage to have sex. Why wait for a trade to enjoy this? You already waited for the first one. You saw, oh wow, this was amazing. Boom, here it is. And Hickman gives you a great single issue story each time. Obviously it's cumulative. Obviously it builds, and he world builds with all this crazy stuff, but each issue has its own theme and its own, just weird trade dress and weird, title pages and just quotes throughout and little prayers and whatnot. It's a unique experience that I love. And speaking of issue per issue, Saga, again, we got so many people in on the collection, and the first 2 collections are out. They're, blowing through. The issue 13 is the first issue after the collection. Now the second print's out of that the same day that issue 14's out. So we have issue 14. It's great. I loved it. I love Lion Cat. It's great book. You guys know how much I love it. So let me just give you the pitch for getting it issue for issue at my store. Since Image was so nice to give us a huge discount on issue 13 second prints, we'll give you issue 13 free. So if you buy, volume 2 from us, and you want to jump into the issues, we'll give you issue 13 for free. Pick up issue 14, and you're off. Now you're part of us. You're part of these month-to-month guys that wait 30 days plus between the issues and speculate and talk to each other about it. And, we just have a good time. We love Saga. It's one of our favorite books in the store. So you can get that second print free if you buy volume 2. Jupiter's Legacy, issue 3. First issues were good. They're, it was Mark Millar. It was his same kind of stock and trade going all the way back to his his authority, you know, that kind of stuff. But this is the issue where it gets balls out crazy. This is the issue where it just goes nuts. It's like Kick-Ass with superpowers. I think that if you like the first 2 issues, you will love the 3rd issue. The 3rd issue absolutely delivers, and I promise it delivers. It was plenty of action. It was insane. And Lock and Key, 1 issue's left. We have now a $1 first issue again, and we'll be giving this out for free to people. Get the $1 first issue. It's the best investment I could make. I'll give you guys the $1 first issue. You will love it, and you'll come back and give me $20 for the volume 1. So, you know, it's not all out of the kindness of my heart, but you will enjoy it so much that it's a huge win-win. And moving on to some silly stuff. Powerpuff Girls, I got the Phantom variant, which is an homage to Fantastic Four. Love the Phantom variants when there's homages. I love homage covers, and it was fun. It was a fun read. I love Mojo Jojo. I love the Swamp Man Thing character in here. It was a very fun first issue. I enjoyed it, and I'm a Powerpuff Girls fan back in the day. I've always loved Powerpuff Girls. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this book has never been better for this current IDW run. I love it. I love Leonardo is evil with Shredder. It's not a spoiler. It's on the freaking cover, you guys. He's evil with Shredder. It's awesome. I love it. Anything else I said would be a spoiler, but that's the cover. So moving on to DC, my favorite book of the week was Firstborn. It's the Wonder Woman. It's this is the snazzy 3D cover. It's Azzarello. This is essentially the issue of Wonder Woman, where Cheetah was kind of like a one-off, kind of a side, kind of one-shot. This is the issue that leads right into Wonder Woman 24. So if you're getting Wonder Woman, you want this. It's Azzarello, and it is awesome. You get some of the origin of the Firstborn, and you get some current, and again, that's not a spoiler, it's from the first page. You get synced up to current, and then his origin, and then it says, boom, get issue 24. If you're reading Wonder Woman, you need this. If you wanted to sample Wonder Woman and get a sample of what Wonder Woman is like now, sure, she's not really in this issue, but it's still, you get a sample of Azzarello's Wonder Woman, the tone, the feel of it, the theme with the mythology and all that crazy, violent stuff. Check it out. It's good. It won't disappoint. Moving on to some of my other favorites. I think I kind of grouped these by my favorites. Secret Society. This is Jeff Johns with his buddy Sterling Gates, and it's Secret Society. It's the Owlman, and it's the Alfred of Earth 3, and you get some origin stuff about that, and it's pretty awesome. I super enjoyed it. So if you want some more Owlman, Alfred, and all that, it's in here, and this syncs right up to Forever Evil 2 with the pertinent stuff to do with the family in there. By family, I mean Alfred, Dick Grayson, and Thomas Wayne. The family in there. Boom, get it. This Secret Society is kind of obvious, but it's one of the big books that leads into Forever Evil #2. Black Adam, this is also Jeff Johns and his buddy Sterling Gates. Black Adam is the antagonist to SHAZAM, and this leads right into Justice League 24, which is a Forever Evil tie-in, so yes, this is very relevant. Sure, it has other stuff about, Black Adam and whatnot, what's he doing, and if you haven't read SHAZAM, conveniently, it's out in a hardcover collection now. This is all the one-shots that were in Justice League and the backup stories in Justice League all together in a contiguous story by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank, and it reads great all together. So this is, again, if you're going to be getting Justice League 24, get this. I mean, it's in between. You should get it. It's fun. I enjoyed this Sinestro. You guys know I love Green Lantern. You guys know I love Matt Kent. So put them together, you got something awesome. And it is all backstory. It is all origin stuff. But what do you expect? I mean, Sinestro, Jeff Johns kind of wrote him out of the picture for a while. And I kind of like that they didn't say, oh, well, it's Villains Month, so we're going to rush some new Sinestro stuff. So it's great backstory stuff, great, like Book of Oa, Book of Black, Book of Fear, Book of whatever. But it also leaves open what's next for Sinestro and his planet, the remains of his planet, the remains of his people. But again, it's not moving that ball down the field because that's kind of waiting for perhaps when Vendetti wants to do something with that a year from now. Ocean Master, this is Jeff Johns and Tony Bedard, and it's important to Aquaman. If you're reading Aquaman, you absolutely want this. It's going to lead right into Aquaman 24. and it's, you know who Ocean Master is. You know him from the Throne of Atlantis that is out this week, that big crossover with Justice League and Aquaman. And he's here, and I don't want to spoil what happens, but it's a great single-issue story, great characterization of Ocean Master. Not much of anything sympathetic about him. He is truly lost and, trying to rationalize everything, much like a Walter White, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So if you're getting Aquaman, get Ocean Master. It's not skippable. Bane #1, this is Tomasi. It leads into Tomasi's not final crisis, Forever Evil Arkham War. So just like the Scarecrow led into Arkham War, this also leads into Arkham War. Arkham War is going to be a war of these Bat villains, and I'm liking it. So the two reasons to get this is if you're a Bane fan, or if you're going to get Tomasi's Arkham War. Boom. Cool. Joker's Daughter, this is weird. It's so weird to me. Like, it just blew up all over the internet and all over eBay. It's like, oh, Joker's Daughter, oh, Duella, and no, it's not Duella Dent from the pre-New 52 or pre-Crisis or Titans West. It's not that, but it is Duella, and she does find the Joker face in the sewer, the face, and this has her entire backstory of why she's so crazy. She appeared on the last page of the last issue of Catwoman, and this leads right into the next issue of Catwoman. So if you're reading Catwoman, absolutely get it. No doubt, get it. If you are just so darn curious that you need to know, get it. But if you're not getting Catwoman, have no intention of getting Catwoman, it's passable. But there is a lot of hype around it, and if you really want to know the answers of who this Joker's daughter is, the answers are in this issue. So get it if you want. I'm not pushing it. I have it on the shelf. The title and the cover will sell itself. If you're curious, try it. Moving on to Man-Bat. This is Frank Thierry. If you didn't like his Penguin, don't get it. But it is leading into Detective. Man-Bat's going to be in Detective Comics, and it leads into that in addition to being a single-issue story. Doomsday. I've never liked Doomsday, but I did like him here. I love Greg Pak. It's the Batman Superman Doomsday, and it's a lot of Doomsday on Krypton, Doomsday fighting Zod. Does this interest you? It does interest me. I did enjoy it. I'm sure it's leading into stuff that Greg Pak has planned for Batman Superman. It doesn't explicitly say it. It doesn't say, like, be continued in Batman Superman 4. It does not say that. It says the end. But I'm sure he's going to pick up on the threads of it, and I enjoyed it. And I'm not a Doomsday fan. I never liked Doomsday. And the final two books are both, passable Superman books. They don't lead into anything, but they're fine. They're cool. Metallo, it's that Solly Fish guy that did backups with Grant Morrison for Action. And much like Bizarro, if you like Bizarro, then get Metallo. And it also syncs right into Forever Evil with Metallo joining the Secret Society. So it's a fun single-issue story, but entirely passable if you're buying too much this week. So, I'll give it to you straight. And Parasite is the same way. It's Aaron Cooter on writing and art, which is cool. I love his art, and he told a good single-issue story. It's just, do you want a story of Parasite? Does that interest you? Are you excited about that? It doesn't lead into anything. It is a pretty cool 20-page Parasite single-issue story. I love Parasite because he killed me in Superman Earth 1 Part 2. That's a fact. I have the original art. And I enjoyed it, but again, it's entirely passable if you're buying too much this week. Moving on to Marvel, there's a few things. Sorry the video is so long. This is the last week. DC did all these books, and they didn't really... the solicitation didn't say, like, hey, buy this if you're reading Aquaman, because it leads right into Aquaman 24. They didn't say that. So I had to. Thanks for putting up with me. All right. Avengers 20 takes place right after Infinity 3, and the unthinkable happens. Captain America says something unthinkable. And I guess that A does stand for France. Maybe that's a spoiler. Not really. It's more like a riddler. But I enjoyed it. I'm loving what Hickman's doing with Infinity. Guardians of the Galaxy, there's that Angela craziness. Love the art. Bendis, I'm enjoying his Guardians of the Galaxy. And it's not an Infinity tie-in. However, Thanos is throughout. Current Thanos is throughout, explaining why what his thought process is to Peter. And I enjoyed it. And you got more Rocket, Raccoon, Groot action, and enjoyable issue. I'm not totally sold on Angela. You know, I know she's, you know, Neil Gaiman creator for Spawn, and she's a signature badass. And I do like that that Todd McFarlane doesn't have the rights to her anymore. I do like that, but not yet sold on the character. But I love Rocket Raccoon enough that this book is, you know, one of my first reads on the stack. And if you are reading Infinity, go ahead and get it, because Thanos explains himself very well. Battle of the Atom, Wolverine the X-Men. This is part 5. It's the Jason Aaron stuff, and of course I liked it. And there is, you know, the future X-Men, and the future X-Men, and the present X-Men, and the past X-Men. And apparently they're all just fighting each other, and it's pretty cool. So I'm read an issue beyond this because of Marvel Retailer's digital site, and Alison Blair is doing some awesome stuff in the future. I like that, and I'm enjoying Battle of the Atom. It's my thing for X-Men. I like the sci-fi time travel-y stuff. And the last thing, Young Marvel, Little X-Men, Little Avengers, Big Trouble. This is everything you want in the Young verse. You get that issue of A Babies versus X Babies, which, you know, to my knowledge hasn't been reprinted anywhere. And then you get all the X Babies stuff from back in the day. And then you get some like super rare stuff with baby versions of characters that haven't been reprinted. And then you get like all the covers, like all the baby variant covers, and you get some of those old like Fleer trading cards with baby versions of the X-Babies, with one of my favorites, Long Shot, throughout, and I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. If you're into these Scotty Young covers, you get all the covers, plus that issue, plus a lot of good other stuff with the baby universe, so good stuff. Thanks for watching, and next week I'll be back with just a few books. Thanks, bye-bye. Alright guys, subscribe to the video, like the video, comment on the video, visit our Facebook, share it on Facebook, all that good stuff. And if you're local, this is your lucky week, because we have Trivia Tuesday, tonight actually, and after Trivia, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. premiere. Awesome, we'll be playing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. every week after Trivia. Wednesday, we have Pokemon Monster Hunt Street Pass Party. Thursday, we have Comics and Comics. It is stand-up comics in a comic shop, Geek Easy. It is very funny, and it is free. Friday night, we have a super birthday party, best of party, because we won the best comic shop in Orlando. I won best Big Shot Orlando, all that good stuff. We have bands, we have DJs, we'll have free beer till the keg floats. It's going to be an amazing night. And then Saturday is booze and boards. So, wow, this is going to be a great week. Can't wait. I'm going to be drunk the whole time. Thanks, bye-bye.